Hi guys, welcome to this automation tutorial, and I'm Dhirenja, and today I'm going to give you demo how to use Selenium with any unit and extend report using Visual Studio.net. So let's first go to the Visual Studio. So launch this Visual Studio. So you can see the Visual Studio here. So we will create a project and then we'll add the required package, then we'll create the script, then we'll execute the script, and finally get the just look into the report which we generate after the execution. Fine, so just create a new project. So this is the project template, and from here select the project type library, and the class library is .NET Framework. This is the type of project we are going to create. And here just give the project name. So I'm just giving the Selenium and unit extent report. So you can see the project name is location and the solution name and the framework version 4.7, which I'm going to use, and then create the project. So the project will create with the default template. Here you can see the default class is also created, and that is a class1.cs. So we don't need this class, so I'm just removing from here. Fine. So we have the project. Now we will add the package first, required packages first, and then we'll go to the script creation and execution. Fine. So for packaging, first ensure means you have any unit adapter added in your Visual Studio. So go to the extension, manage extension, and you can just check M3 any unit 3 test adapter is there or not. In my case, that is already installed. So just make sure this plugin will install in your Visual Studio. Now we will add the required package, and the packages are Selenium and unit and extend report. Fine. So right click on the project and just select manage, and you get packages. Then go to the browse and search Selenium. So you will get the list of packages related to Selenium. So we need only two, that is a Selenium WebDriver and Selenium support. So first install Selenium WebDriver and just choose the latest one 3.141.0, then install it. It will just take a few seconds to install it. Fine, so Selenium WebDriver installed. Now we'll add the Selenium support. Just again pick the latest one and install it. And you can see in the right side in the project editor, these packages are adding in the references section. You can see here the WebDriver is installed. Now, so Selenium we have added. Now we will add the NUnit. So just search NUnit, select the NUnit, take the latest version 3.12 and install it. That is also installed. You can check the reference, the NUnit framework. That's fine. Now we will install the extent report. Extent reports. Search it. So the latest version is 4.4.3, but for this demo I am going to use version 3.1.3 and install it. So this extent report has a few dependency. So while installing it will just check the dependency and first install all these dependency and then install the extent report. So it's just gathering the dependency. Now you will get the list of dependency screen. So you can see here these are the dependency: MongoDB, HTML, Ignity Pack. So just select all these and OK, accept the license agreement. Now it will install. You can see the right side window and the output window. So one by one it will install all these packages. Fine. So install it. So all the packages are installed now. Just verify it. So in reference you can see the WebDriver, you can see the NUnit, and you can see the extent report. All these packages are in place. We can also see there are few more files are available in the project. That is the extent config.xml that is required for generating the report. This is the extent configuration file. You can get more detail regarding this in the extent report site. Fine. So project setup is ready. You can also verify in the directory side. This is our project, and you can see here the packages. You will get all these packages are here. Okay. Now we will create our script. So in a script, if you have understanding of this Selenium, so what in Selenium what we do, we just create the WebDriver tab variable, and then we initialize this WebDriver with the corresponding browser, either Chrome driver, Firefox driver, then launch the URL, then perform some action, means clicking any button, providing any input, and then closing the application, and then exit from the WebDriver. So that is the steps. So we will automate this step only. Here the one extra thing, that is we will generate the report using ExtentReport. So what we will do, we will initialize the extent report, we will initialize the WebDriver, then we will create the script, we will execute the script, and finally generate the report. So for this I have divided the script creation in 3 parts. So just go and create the 3 folder. So create the first folder, and that is the config, where we will write the initialization script, means report initialization and WebDriver initialization. And the next folder we will create, that is the page method, right? The page method, in which we will create a class which contains which capture all these page object and their corresponding method. So that is the second. Now create the third folder that contains the test cases. So just name it test cases. So we have everything in place. I have created, so rename it test cases. Fine. So I have all these 3 files. So let's first create the report generation class. I have just put all these things so can quickly do the thing. So right click on the folder, click on it, and go to the class, and then create the class for that. Right. So this is the report generation class. I have also created all these code related in this class. Just copy and paste it here. Save it. Now quickly look into this file. So as I said, this is the report generation. So here we have initialized the report and the WebDriver. So you can see here, this is the variable, extent type variable, and the driver type variable. And this is the, just look into the annotation, that is the one-time setup and one-time tear down, means in this project this will initialize only one. So this in setup we have initialized the extent report, and in tear down we have just flushed the extent report. So in initializing the extent report, you can see here our report, the HTML report will generate in this location. So in the project path we'll create the report folder and then generate the extent report.html file, and these are the parameters which we have we are adding in our report, means what is the localhost, environment name, test user, and there are so many are available. You can just go to the extent report site and pick it and edit. So this is for the report generation, report initialization. Now the next thing we have added in this file, that is the driver initialization and closing. So you can see here, this is our setup and teardown file. So in setup I have initialized the Chrome driver, you can see here. So we have initialized the Chrome driver. Just to reduce the time, and in tear down we have closed this web driver. So in tear down, when the test case execution complete, then we check what is the status of the test case. If test case is pass, then we set the status part is pass in extent report. If the status is fail, then we set the status fail in extent report along with the screenshot and log reason for failure. And if the test case is skipped, then we set the status skipped. So you can see we are verifying here test case fail, then we attach the screenshot and log file. So this is the setup and tear down. So before every test case execution, this method will call setup and tear down. Fine, and this is called only one when we start executing the project. This report initializer. So that we have created. Now we will create another class, that is the page method, under the page method, and that is the login page. The name is login page. So I'm going to create here. So right click on the page method, click on add and the class, and this is the login page. Click on add button. Again I have written the methods, so just go and copy it and paste it. Let's quickly look into this file. So you can see here I have created the page method where I captured all these objects here, fine, and their corresponding method. So objects are just locating the toggle menu, login menu, enter the user ID, enter the password, click on login button and verify the dashboard. So again the same way I have created the method. The first one, that is initializing the driver, then launching the browser, clicking on toggle menu, clicking on login menu, enter the username, enter the password, click on login button, verifying dashboard, and finally closing the browser. So this is the page method, and finally we will create the test cases. So just create one test cases. Go to the test case folder, create one class, add, and go to the class, just name as login test. So in login test we will write two test cases, one for valid login and another for invalid login. So we will get the pass as well as the fail in our this report. So I have already written the test cases. Just copy here and paste it. So you can see here this is our test cases which actually inherited from report generation class. So when we start executing, first it will initialize the report and then the web driver and then execute our execution. You can also see the annotation. This is the unit based annotation, that is the text fixer, and this is the test. I have also mentioned the category name. So there are various annotation are available. You can use that. Just look into the unit documentation and just use that. So again, if you compare with Java, we have the setup, tear down, and test. So again here I have written the same thing, setup and tear down in report generation class, and test is in test cases. So in test cases, if you look into this, I have initialized the login page which we created in the page method, and then for the valid login I just launch the browser, click on toggle menu, click on the login menu, then username, enter, password, enter, means valid username and password, and then verify the dashboard. And the second scenario I have invalid login where I am passing the incorrect password. The rest of the steps are same. So I have written the test cases. So the second step means writing the script we have completed. Now we will execute it. So before execution, just go and build this solution. So just go to the build menu and click on build solution. So build solution start and it's completed. You can see there is no error. Now we will execute it. For execution, go to the test, Windows, and open the text explorer. So this is the text explorer. Now we will get the test case here. So we have created, you know, means we have given the category name login. So that's why I'm getting the login here, and I have two methods here: test invalid login and test valid login. So just go and execute it. Right click on this, select run selected test. Finally the execution will start. So first it will execute the failed scenario, and then it will execute the pass scenario. So just wait for a minute and just check the execution. Here you can see we have provided the incorrect username password. That's why we are getting the message login failed. Now you can also get the details in console. Here you can see here the first scenario is going on, test invalid user, and verifying the dashboard availability. The elements are available or not. So once it failed, it will give the reason why it has failed, and then it will start picking the second test case, that is the valid login. So first scenario failed, now second scenario started. This scenario will pass. Fine. So we have executed two scenarios, one is fail, one is pass. So you can see here. So just click on the failed one and you can see the reason why it has failed. So no such element. And second one is pass. So you are getting all these details from the dashboard here also, this project side. So this is the execution. Now we check the report. So go to the folder project path and go to the Selenium, and then you can see the report folder has created. In report folder we have HTML report and the screenshot folder. In a screenshot we have captured the failed scenario. So just go and open this HTML file, check the report. So you can see the report here. We have two invalid login and valid login. Valid login is passed, invalid login is failed with the proper reason and the screenshot, right? And this is the extent report. In the next tab you can see how many tests has passed, how many steps are there, and this is the details we have given in our script initialization report initialization file. So this is the report, right? So we have just covered how we can execute the Selenium script using NUnit and how we can publish the report using the extent report. So this is all about this tutorial. Thank you.